There are many assumptions people have about race. One of the biggest assumptions people have is that people assume that because of our skin color, we are biologically different. According to a New York Times article titled, "Do Races Differ? Not Really, Genes Show," written by Natalie Engler, many scientists believe that there are no differences between races. For example, Dr. J. Craig Venter states that race is a social concept, not a scientific one. So in fact, the article states that the reason that there are differences in our skin color is due to where we live on Earth. The reason that people have darker skin tones is because it is supposed to help them with the UV light that they are getting when they are living at a specific area, and then lighter skin people have lighter skin because they want to be able to soak up the vitamin D that the sun is giving them.
The second assumption about race is that someone's race determines their intelligence and intellectual capability. As we've mentioned, race is a social construct, so it is impossible for someone's race to determine how educated or how smart they can be. People also believe that race determines character traits. For example, stereotypes like the thug and the smart Asian shape the way that society looks at Black and Asian people. Character traits such as being a thug or being smart have nothing to do with what race you are. According to Vivian Chu of Harvard University, race cannot be biologically defined due to genetic variations among human individuals and populations.
Another common assumption is that our society has become colorblind and thinks that society has successfully become evolved into a society that sees everyone as equal. You can see this assumption is far from being true, and it does more harm than good. In a TED Talk by Melody Hobson titled "Color Brave or Colorblind," she talks about the first step to solve a problem is to not hide from it and bring awareness. According to the book, The Myth of Racial Colorblindness, if people don't talk about race and hide from it, we will never solve race or racism in society. They say that racial colorblindness comes from privilege and a lack of awareness. White people can subscribe to be colorblindness because they are unaware of how race affects other people.
A lot of people believe everybody has equal opportunities. However, in today's society, there are inequalities that prevent people, specifically people of color, from succeeding. Some of these inequalities include wealth, education, and job opportunities. To begin, people of color have often experienced unequal access to wealth and experienced poverty. According to TalkPoverty.com, statistics recorded from 2017 that the African American poverty rate was 21.2%. The Hispanic poverty rate is 18.3%, and the Native American poverty rate is 25.4%. However, the white poverty rate is only 8.7%. Another inequality people of color are often subjected to is unequal educational opportunities. According to the article Race in the United States, a primer by Tara Conley, the majority of African American and Latino students are located in impoverished, but more than 90% of whites are located in non-impoverished areas. When living in an impoverished area, educational systems often have little money for educational resources. According to the article Beyond Class, there is a presence of an achievement gap. This achievement gap separates economically disadvantaged and ethnic minority students. Lastly, people of color often have less job opportunities than people who are white. For instance, according to the article Race in the United States, a primer by Professor Conley, she discusses how whites benefit more from insider networking. According to the article, these networks channel employment opportunities to the relatives and friends of those who have profited most from the present and past racial discrimination. Also, according to the article Discrimination in the Job Market in the United States, racial discrimination in the workplace continues to be pervasive. Compared to whites, African Americans are twice as likely to be unemployed. And when they are employed, they earn 25% less. Overall, inequalities persist in today's society. It is crucial that everybody recognizes that not everybody is treated equally on the basis of their race.
In this next clip, you will see how society has come a long way with understanding race.
I'm here in Washington, D.C. interviewing people about their assumptions about race. Do you think there are biological differences between races?
No, I don't. I believe we're all made the same on the inside.
Do you think someone's intellectual capability is determined by their race?
No, and it shouldn't be.
Do people have an equal chance of succeeding in our society?
Not often, but
Do you believe colorblindness is beneficial to our society?
I do.
And do you believe colorblindness is beneficial to our society?
Yes, I think color blindness would be beneficial.
As you can see, there are many misconceptions about race and how people still think that colorblindness is beneficial to society.